Hi there, everyone. Lynn Thayer here with lynthayer.com, helping women over 40 to shed unwanted weight. Now, not just the physical weight, but the emotional and also the mental weight that might be weighing you down. And are you someone who is perhaps having some troubles or difficulties losing the weight? And there's a lot that's been written about weight loss. We all know that. And for a lot that has been written, it says to exercise more and eat less. Make it that simple equation. But is it as simple as it seems? Not so much, because there's a whole bunch of different things that come into play. Hormones come into play, especially over 40. And also our emotions come into play. It's huge, right? So not just trapped emotions, but emotional baggage that we might be carrying from past negative events. And so the founder of the Emotion Code, Dr. Bradley Nelson, has addressed this area, and it requires some attention when we're trying to lose weight is to focus also on releasing trapped emotion. So one thing that's important is to kind of replace the term weight loss, because everyone wants to lose weight, with maybe fat release or shedding weight, because the unconscious mind actually doesn't want to lose anything. So when you start to lose weight and you're focusing on losing weight, the unconscious mind is going around looking for it, wanting to get it back. And that oftentimes is that yo-yo syndrome, that self-sabotaging syndrome, because the unconscious mind is going like, wait a minute, I don't want to lose anything. So when I work with clients, I encourage them to kind of change the language a bit, and also to focus on what will they gain when they reach their ideal weight, shape, and size. So what will you gain? Better health, better energy, right? More mobility, perhaps, if you're having any issues with pain or flexibility or things of those issues. So it's to look at it in terms of what will I gain when I've shed the weight that no longer belongs on my body. So there's several areas that are important when it comes to weight loss. And also we talk about the removal of what's called the heart wall. So anytime that you were hurt, that you felt heartache, that you felt grief, loss, despair, any of those emotions oftentimes will layer in front of your heart, creating what's called a heart wall that can prevent you from getting what you want, that can prevent you from connecting with others, can prevent you from relationships, can prevent you from abundance, and also in any area of your life. And the heart longs for joy, and food, for many, of course, is a source of temporary joy. So when there's a presence of a heart wall, the joy becomes impossible to feel, and we make up for that lack of joy sometimes by eating, which results in the weight gain. So one important aspect of fat release is the removal of one's heart wall, and it can be done easily using the Emotion Code. So for you, sometimes people might say, well, I'm my own worst enemy. And other important areas of fat release is the concept of emotional sabotaging. So Dr. Bradley discovered the concept that he calls what's called the addictive heart energy. And an addictive heart energy is an energy that causes obsessive, addictive, and destructive behaviors and problems that are not pleasurable, but it's pretty easy to fix. So once you've identified this, then you can also release that addictive heart energy using the Emotion Code. Also, lack of exercise can also sabotage one's fat release program, of course. We know that exercise is important, moving your body, which will help increase your metabolism to shed the weight. So exercise is important, and removing the emotions and blocks that can make exercise more enjoyable and sustainable is important. So you could have, when I work with clients, when I'm doing Emotion Code, I'll say, is there a trapped emotion that is stopping or blocking me from enjoying exercise, from wanting to exercise, right? And so we'll work on those trapped emotions and release them to release those blocks so that exercise becomes more enjoyable and you actually will want to do it. And sometimes being too good of a friend can cause you to become overweight. And what I mean by that is when we take on the emotions of other people, the emotions that can block fat release. So sometimes when we allow friends to vent to us that are very, very negative, sometimes we will take on those emotions. We will actually feel it in our body, those emotional energies. And but they actually belong to somebody else. They don't belong to you. And so the emotion code, we can release trapped emotions that have been stored in your body that you absorbed from somebody else. We can also release trapped emotions that have been inherited. Maybe it was from a parent, from your mother or father. Maybe it was from their mom or dad, your grandparents, or your great grandparents. So inherited trapped emotions can become lodged in the body as well, which can create different things, even food cravings perhaps. And so we can release those. And finally, excess weight can be used as armor. So that armor is a way to deal with negative energies and emotions. It's a protection, and it's your body's response to the negative energy and potentially those bad memories that come with it. And so for those who have had childhood abuse, whether it be emotional, mental, sexual abuse, and the unconscious mind is actually protecting you. It's protecting you by keeping this weight on. The unconscious mind thinks it's doing a good job for you, keeping weight on for protection. And if one holds a belief system that's associated with blocks to the weight release or optimal health, then fat release becomes from the body will be very difficult to obtain and actually maintain. So if you are interested in releasing and shedding weight, not just the physical weight, but the emotional weight, then you can contact me through my website, lynthier.com. And I'm actually doing a talk tomorrow evening, Wednesday at 6:30 p.m., 209 Main Street in Fredericton. And I believe we have a pretty full house already registered for that event, and I'll be doing more of them to explain the 7 keys to the emotion code, how it works, and I'll be doing demonstrations on people in attendance. So that will be, hopefully, I'll be able to record some of that live tomorrow evening for you to see. So if you have any questions or comments, please do reach out, lynthier.com, and I'm wishing you all a great rest of your Tuesday. Bye for now.